do want to get into the top sports moments of 2023, and I think for most
Rangers
of us here
number one
in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, this call right here, this moment right here is easily number one.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Spores kicks and fires. He struck him out looking. It's over. It's over. The Rangers have won the World Series. Ranger fans, you're not dreaming. The Rangers are the World Series champions. After 52 years in Texas, 63 years of the franchise. The wait is over, and the celebration has begun.
And it hasn't stopped.
Hadn't stopped.
Oh, yes, on your home of the World Series champion, Texas Rangers, right here on 105.
Check my flights to spring training already.
Yep. And make sure.
Can't wait.
If you're heading out there, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
It's going to be an absolute party. We do have a Cowboys ticket giveaway we're going to do here in just a moment. So stand by for that as you have a chance to go witness history. And you won't be dreaming either, Eric Nadell. Jimmy Johnson getting inducted into the Cowboys Ring of Honor.
When you saw the pitch was forced through it, did you, and he called strike 2, did you just freeze?
I did.
I mean, I
didn't know what to do in the moment.
I really kind of didn't know either.
And I wasn't sure because you never know. Like, I thought he located it perfectly in the top right corner.
I wasn't sure if he was saying low. You know, sometimes these
I wasn't sure what the ump was going to decide. And then as soon as you see Spores spike the glove,
you knew.
I'm like, holy crap. And my body kind of just went numb.
It did. Yeah.
And I was watching it in my apartment with a couple of my my best friends from high school.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, I'm getting emotional even just thinking about it right now, but it was crazy, man. It really, really was. It was, and then we came up, I mean, we did radio.
We were all doing radio,
throughout the night.
Me and Dawson followed you guys. I think we were, 2 to 4, something like that. We were crazy.
Yeah.
And then the Tolos and the fans, everybody was calling in. It was crazy how
it was incredible.
Yeah,
I mean, the Tolos did the show for us.
They absolutely did.
They
absolutely did.
The entire time.
Absolutely did.
It was epic. All right, some of the other best sports moments of 2023. How about the Denver Nuggets? Also a first for them, winning the NBA championship. But it wasn't just
on their area code court.
Yeah, and it wasn't just them winning the finals. It was Nikola Jokic, the Joker's response afterwards. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you finally won it." And what does he say? It's good. It's good. The job is done. We can go home now.
Yeah,
like his facial reaction when he found out, "Holy crap." We've got a parade. I can't just go home immediately.
He was hurt.
He was like, "Wait, what?
What?"
But then he did.
I got horses to go by.
Yeah, he did. He did love the parade. 877-881-1053. What are some of your favorite sports moments over the course of 2023? 817. I have that Rangers call as my ringtone. 918 Ranger fans, you're not dreaming.
Yeah.
682, that call still gives me goosebumps to this day. Absolutely. What about that Super Bowl? Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. I mean, look, I think for us, we were very happy that the Chiefs were able to win it, but what a tremendous football game.
Yeah, it was really a really well-played game, and it's a shame, though, there was a little bit of controversy about the turf and all that stuff like that, but I'll tell you what, man, both teams, that's all you can ask for, though. Come down to the final drives and with the championship on the line, and Kansas City was able to get it done. My buddy Andy Reid.
Yep. How about our own backyard, the women's Final Four?
How about my LSU Tigers?
Your LSU Lady Tigers, the Bayou Barbie, Angel Reese. And then, I mean, first off, the ratings for this were crazy because of Caitlin Clark, who is also a badass in her own right. But it was incredible. Absolute barn burner. LSU winning over Iowa back in April. Angel Reese voted most outstanding player of the Final Four. That was a badass moment. You also had Coco Gauff winning her first Grand Slam title.
That was a heck of a run she had. She played very well.
Crazy.
You know, she always a very talented player, but then kind of, would she always be super focused? And she was really focused for this one.
LeBron James in 2023 became the NBA's all-time greatest scorer in the history of the game, surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
How about that?
For the league scoring title.
Laker to Laker.
That's a night we'll never forget. I know we were up here, I think, when it happened, but Sha'Carri Richardson winning the World Athletic Championships as she had a 10.65 second best run ever. Jamaican standout was able to beat her for the 100 meters. I mean, Look, the Jamaicans were all considered the favorites in the 100 meters.
Anytime
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah, anytime you could beat the Jamaicans in running, you're doing it. It should be noted.
I will say this was not a memory that ended up being. I mean, it's a great memory in one of 2023 that stands out.
How about Messi? All that.
The World Cup.
Yeah, in his career, he had won so many things, so many events, and to win the World Cup, his first. I mean, and to go out the way he did in Argentina. I mean that was incredible. That really, really was.
Yeah, and this didn't end the way that, it started. But how about the buzz for Colorado? That TCU-Colorado game to open the college football season. That was one of the most badass games you'll ever watch to start a college football season.
I'll tell you what,
absolutely
Deion
epic.
Sanders, once again, has made Colorado a relevant program. And they captured the hearts and minds of everybody in college football for about the first 6 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
And then it was pretty clear that some of the lack of depth along the offensive line was a problem.
We'll probably look back and remember Connor Stallions, the manifesto, and all this stuff with Michigan, especially if they end up getting that penalized.
Yeah, Connor is when you start to talk about loyalty to a program, that is the ultimate loyalty to a program, to do whatever it takes to make sure that that you find ways to win. You're always looking for an advantage, and I kind of, in a way, I understand what Connor Stallions was trying to do. I really do.
UNT NIT champs. Yes, let's go 4-6 go Mean Green.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never forget Lucius and I's trip to Vegas.
You guys did a hell of a job.
Crawford Spence.
You guys did a hell of a job. It didn't end up how we thought it was going to end up. We were very hopeful.
The result, we wanted our guy.
But the interviews you guys brought us to, we were in Oxnard at the time. And it was split shows.
Dude, it was
special. Crazy.
Like that was special.
We see in history, bro. That was a fight of the year for sure. That man got undressed, and I say that respectfully because that's my guy.
Yeah.
He got undressed.
But he did.
Fight of the year. Fighters are still talking about that.
Man, dude, it was insane.
I think the thing we learned about that trip is you got to get to the food line early before before other media members. I'm sure Lucius was probably trying to tell you, hey, we need to jump over in that line.
Well, I mean, I think our thinking was they're going to just keep replenishing.
They're going to keep bringing those burgers out.
Yeah.
What was the name of the place of the burgers? It was a good place. Shake Shack
Shake
Burgers.
Shack, yeah.
They had Shake Shack Burgers for free for the media. And I was like, I'm pretty sure after this interview, we'll get another burger. Got over there, it was just cold fries. Me and Mayweather's uncle.
Dude, it was a who's two out there.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You guys did a hell of a job, though, man. That was some great interviews.
The interviews were incredible. They really were. I mean, they were just bringing anybody down to sit next to us. It was epic.
No, it wasn't just anybody. It was like you guys were like in the
who's who of boxing royalty.
Yeah, the who's starting at Brian Custer and those guys. I mean,
Brian Custer was fantastic.
Yeah, you guys did a hell. It's funny how he was talking about the Cowboys.
He was like,
that's all they want to do is talk about Zach Martin.
I want to talk about this boxing stuff.
Yeah, he want to talk about Zach Martin.
We want to talk about Zach Martin getting them paid and everything.
Yeah.
Did you guys bring up the LSU girls?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Angel Reese.
The You Can't See Me debacle?
Dude.
Yeah, that's what I like. Controversy.
The trash talk back and forth, like women can't do this, but men can. What the hell are we doing here? We did have the Aaron Rodgers debut that lasted all of 2-3 plays.
That was pretty rough.
That was sad.
And there went the season for the Jets.
Man,
that was
hasn't been
rough.
the same since.
Hadn't been the same.
The Ringer's trolling us with this one, but I know Eric would bring it up because he's a jerk like that. But the last game of Ezekiel Elliott as a Cowboy.
Oh, that was awful too.
Playing center.
What a terrible play to go out on, dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's run one more, coach. One more, please. Just a nice sweep for you, boy.
Gosh dang it, really? It's just Zeke getting absolutely destroyed as a center. And the play itself ended up just being
awful.
Laughable. Oh, it was terrible. Mac McClung becoming a dunk contest god. I mean, I forgot about that.
I forgot about that one. Was he off the G League Philadelphia 76ers?
He just came in and crushed it.
Yeah.
And then Ohtani versus Mike Trout in the World Series Baseball Classic.
That baseball
classic was fun.
But that thing got marred a little bit because of injury, right?
Because Diaz
got hurt. I mean, he's jumping up and down.
Adam Wainwright, I think, got hurt.
Blows out his knee. I mean, that was kind of a little bit marred there, I'd say.
Someone wants to give love for 2023. Cowboys found themselves a kicker in Brandon Aubrey.
How about that? That's a plus.
That was fun. We also had the lighting of the beam for the Kings, having that awesome run.
They had a good run,
We were
too.
always following the lighting of the beam. And then just speaking of the Rangers run, but how about Adolis Garcia just owning the city of Houston?
I'll tell you what, man. They talk about how special the World Series was. I think beating Houston meant even more to me.
It meant a lot.
think
the way that they were talking after Game 5, and of course we were there for that.
And they were trolling us about like us after the Seattle series.
Yep.
Where we didn't clinch in Seattle. I think because
people wondered what it'd be like if the Stros didn't win the division. I guess we'll never know.
I know that the NFC Championship game at Lambeau Field meant a lot to me. Winning that in the Super Bowl was great, but that championship game, I look back on that Rangers season, as great as that World Series was.
That Game 7.
Yeah, just beating the Astros.
It was epic.
Just beating the Astros.
And then Texas beating Alabama in Alabama.
Yeah.
That's a game that college football fans are always going to look back at.
That's right.
I mean, of course, Messi Mania, you talked about the World Cup.
I did, yeah, the World Cup.
L.A., I mean, he comes to Miami, and that ended up being nuts.
And actually, our fans here, get to see him play. And Dallas is winning the game like 4-2, and all of a sudden he goes on one of these, okay, I'm going to put this team on my back runs, and next thing you know, Miami's moving on, But I'll tell you what was, he just the way he brought people to soccer. Soccer's loved, but man, he really, really opened our eyes here in North America with that.